Hi everyone, I am Sandy and today I have a book haul for you. I'm very excited about. Mainly because I got to go shopping today with someone, a fellow booktuber. I got to meet the fantastic Gina Stanyer live and in person today. I'm so incredibly thrilled that I got to meet her in person and that we were able to go shop together. It was really fun just to get to sit down and chat with her for a few minutes. And then we of course went book shopping, which was wonderful as well. I didn't take any video in the store. I typically don't like doing that. I did take a picture of Gina though, which was fun. And then we went to a lovely farmer's market that was actually outside in the parking lot where I got these absolutely gorgeous flowers. The sunflower is my favorite flower. So that was really amazingly fun day just to get to go see her, get to meet her in person, and to get to go, of course, book shopping. So what did I buy? Let's take a look. It's ridiculous how excited I am about books and buying books and getting to meet other people who are just as excited to buy books. So what did I end up getting? So what I tried to focus on is buying books that I really needed for upcoming reads, or there are a couple in here that I just really was super excited about getting. And yeah, but let's go through what I bought. I also have one book that I bought yesterday. Depending on how long the video is, I'll show you some other recent runs. I don't think I'm going to talk about any of these ones that I bought recently. Yeah, I bought a few books. Okay, so the first one is actually for Shaketember. And if you're not familiar with Shaketember, there is a group of booktubers that are hosting. They're doing 4 different Shakespeare plays, one of which happens to be The Tempest, which I don't know anything actually about The Tempest at all. I have a massive book of all of Shakespeare's work, so I got at Barnes & Noble. You can see here that I have a bunch of things marked. I will talk about this on Wednesday for my September plans. But like I said, one of the books is Othello. This book one of the plays is The Tempest. And this book, as chunky as it is, may be a little difficult to read from. Plus, I wanted to see if I could get a little bit of help. So I ended up buying The Tempest, which I actually think is a little bit later and not in one of the earlier ones. The Tempest is actually the second book or second play that's being hosted by the group of 4, and I will try and link their videos, their announcement videos. One is Steve Donahue, one is Rainey from Rainy Day Reads, one is Jason from Old Blues Chapter and Verse, I believe, and one is Lukas, which I apologize, I can't remember the channel name, but I will link everything down below for you. And then also in addition to that, David Wiley is doing a Shaketember thing, which I have those marked as well. But yeah, The Tempest is the first book that I bought, and I will talk about this more on Wednesday for my September reading plans. But The Tempest. So the next book that I am going to talk about is related to Shaketember, because I wanted to pick up some things that were slightly Shakespeare related. So the first one that I would like to try and read, and I will again talk about this on Wednesday, but the first one I picked up is These Violent Delights. This is supposed to be a Romeo and Juliet retelling. I don't know much about it. It says the year is 1926 and Shanghai hums to the tune of debauchery. So that's all I really know about this, other than it is a Romeo and Juliet retelling. I first heard about it, I believe, on Steph's Bookish World, which made me really want to pick it up for Shaketember and read something Shakespeare adjacent, I guess, or just the retelling. So that is another one that I have. Next ones that I picked up are really for upcoming buddy reads. I really did try and go in with a list shopping today and only pick up what I actually needed rather than all of the other books that I just really wanted. So the first one I picked up actually yesterday at a half-price bookstore, which is The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. I am actually doing this as a buddy read with my husband in October, and I'm so excited about it. He and I often don't read the same things, but I asked him if he would be interested in reading something with me, and this is one that we found yesterday that he said he would be interested in reading. I got that idea from Jack at the Rambling Raconteur. He and his lovely wife often will read books together, and my husband and I frequently don't, but I'm really excited to try it out and see how we do. But The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. I don't know much about this other than I believe it is about the Vietnam War, if I remember correctly, belongs high on the list of the best fiction about any war. Crystallizes the Vietnam experience for everyone and exposes the nature of all war stories. So that one should be an interesting one. I'm not a huge fan of war stories, but this one happens to be on my 2021 list, and I really need to start carving some of the ones I have left off of that list. Plus I get to read it with my husband. So very excited about that one. The next one that I picked up is for Christie Fest, which is a year-long reading of Agatha Christie books that's hosted by Juliet the Hungry Bookworm. There is a Discord channel all about that, and the book that they are reading in September is Mrs. McGinnis Dead, and I really want to participate in that, so I did pick this one up, hoping to be able to read it along with the group this month. It's my first one with that group, so it should be a fun one. I will talk about that group. I'll talk about the group a little bit more. I don't know. So that is why I picked up this one, and all it says is Mrs. McGinty died from a brutal blow to the back of her head. Suspicion falls immediately on her shifty lodger, James Bentley, whose clothes reveal traces of the victim's blood and hair. Yet something is amiss. Bentley just doesn't seem like a murderer. So I'm very excited about this one. Should be a fun one. Plus with that group, it promises to be a good one. I'm very excited to do my first Christie Fest read with that group. The next one I bought is for a buddy read that won't happen until October. So this is with Alice from Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. She has a physical TBR that is, I believe, still around 200 if I remember last. And I went through one of her videos because we wanted to do a buddy read and found one that was also on my list. And the book that we are reading is Hawksmoor by Peter Ackroyd. I also don't know much about this one other than it's on both of our lists. And it says 250 years. Oh, I should read the first part. London in the 18th century is a city of extremes. Squalor and superstition vie with elegance and enlightenment. As the capital's brilliant architect, Nicholas Dyer is commissioned to build several new churches in the aftermath of the Great Fire. That's all I know about this one. But yeah, that one will be, I won't read this one until October, but I did find it a used copy at the bookstore that we went to. So yeah, I went ahead and picked this one up. And then the next one I have as a buddy read planned in also October, I believe. This one I'm a little bit light on the details. I know I've committed to a buddy read and I believe it's in October, but it is My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. I can't get the sticker off without it ripping, so I'm leaving it on there for now. But from what I understand about this one, it is the story of, it says, exploring the psychological dynamics of the relationship between a precocious yet naive teenage girl and her magnetic, manipulative teacher. A brilliant, all-consuming read that marks the explosive debut of an extraordinary new writer. That's what I remember, is that she's reflecting on a time when she was in school where she had a relationship with a teacher. And I don't know, again, much about it other than that, and have seen a wide variety of different reviews about it, but I am very excited to read this one. I think this one was on the women's list of women's prize list, I believe, but I can't remember for sure. But My Dark Vanessa. And then the next one that I have that I bought today is because of Britta Bowler. I absolutely adore Britta's channel, and she was talking about this one recently, and this is something that I really would like to be able to read, and it is called Everybody by Olivia Lang. And so this one, if you look in here, artistic and consistently surprising critic Olivia Lang. Oh, no, sorry, that was not what I meant to read. Olivia Lang investigates the body and its discontents through the great freedom movements of the 20th century. The body is the source of pleasure and of pain, at once hopelessly vulnerable and radiant. And so I am very excited to read this one. I really do want to read more nonfiction, and so this is one that, after watching Britta's review of it, really want to read this particular one. I have another one, which is the one behind me over here, which is Codebreaker, which I also got because of Britta. I shouldn't be allowed to watch Britta's videos because it just makes me want to buy all the books. She has such amazing taste in books. I have bought some other books recently, and the two that I really want to talk about are these two, which I'm hoping to feature in an upcoming Wednesday Reads video. So the first one is Lime by Niall Bork. Niall Bork, I hope I'm saying that correctly. This one I picked up because of Mark Nash. He rated it a 5-star read. It sounds really interesting to me. It says Willard and his mother and his girlfriend Nyla have spent their entire lives in an endless procession where survival is dictated by the ultimate imperative: obey the rules or lose your place in the line. I actually took this one camping with me and I didn't read it, mainly because I read very little while camping. One of my friends did end up reading it and really liked it and is waiting for me to read it so we can talk about it now. But this is one I did 100% pick up because of Mark Nash. In addition to that is this one, which is Mark Nash's book, The Stories We Tell Our Children. And this one, Stories We Tell Our Children, explores how children will learn to survive through the tales they are told, but can they thrive if they are raised by unreliable narrators, using stories as a means of shirking responsibility and papering over the cracks of estrangement. So I'm very excited to read this one as well. I'd like to feature both of these in a Wednesday Reads video sometime in September, but when you see my September reading plans, you'll know why this may not happen. But those two are other ones that I have bought recently and wanted to talk about. And I think with that, we'll end the haul. I definitely have bought some other books recently that I haven't talked about. Yeah, minor book buying problem, but I'm here for it. I love buying books now. I really am enjoying the process of shopping and watching everyone's videos, and so many people have so many great suggestions for books that it makes it hard for me to resist buying them. So, but hopefully you like this haul. Please comment down below if you've read any of these books, if you want to read any of these books. And hopefully you liked it. Anyway, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, everyone, thanks. Bye.